Ready to bolt? Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Productive day. It was big, man. Flat out. I love it. Let's do it.
You know what? We should go for a VL.
Yeah, dude, just one. Okay?
Just one.
Oh, shit. I said one drink, not again. What the? Where are my pants? And how you can have a drink while losing weight or while gaining muscle and getting to your goal. The basic thing that alcohol does is when you have it, your body sees it as a toxin. And to get it out of your body, it turns it into ketones in the liver and expels it through the mitochondria, which are your energy cells. You've got billions of them in your body. Now what happens normally when it senses that toxin in there, the mitochondria puts a wall over top of it. It won't let any carbohydrates in, which is your main energy source. It stops you burning carbohydrates. It actually stops you burning fat and metabolizing fat, and well, carbohydrates turn to glucose and it stops that from going to the mitochondria and actually turning into energy. So basically, your fat burning stops. Your metabolism pretty much stops as it metabolizes the alcohol out of your system first. Now this could last up to around 16 hours. Within that 16-hour period, if you're consuming carbohydrates or higher calories, it's going to store as fat straight up. It can't go through your energy source to be turned into energy, so it stores as fat. So what we want to do throughout this time is basically pick the right alcohol and pick the right foods to have after you've had a drink as well. Now it's all calories. As we know, weight loss is basically calories in versus calories out. It's all calories, so keep an eye on the calories. The best sort of alcohols to go for within this is your spirits and your wines, and watch your mixes. Basically, you know, your RTDs, you're ready to drink alcoholic beverages. We want to try and steer away from them. They're just so full of sugar and calories. So bring it down to your spirits. I mean, you can have a nice white, a Moscato, you can have a red wine. We've got your whiskies, your gins, your vodkas, your cognacs, and then you can mix them up with things like tonic water and soda water. And if you want to have a Scotch and Coke or a bourbon and Coke or something like that, stick to the no sugar Cokes and the no sugar drinks at the same time. Look, I'm not for or against artificial sweeteners. There's no real scientific evidence out there at the present moment to say they harm you in any way. They do give a bit of an insulin response, as you know, your body's ready for the sugar, but it doesn't get it, so you crave a sugary thing a little bit later after it. But look, for the sake of, you know, a lifestyle and trying to have a bit of a drink on the weekend, you know, I would say jump on it. Now, food while you're having a drink and after you're having a drink. On the challenge, we go into depth about how all this works. But we're just briefly topping over it now for you guys to give you a bit of info on what we teach people through the 8-week challenge as well. It's an education, it's not just a quick fix. So food while you're having a drink, you know, you want to try and stay away from those high carbohydrate foods, your pizzas and your rolls and all the great stuff like that. Try and stay away from it. We want to stick to things like cheeses. I mean, everyone likes a good cheese and a wine. You know, the fats, keep them a little bit moderate. As I said, it's still about calories, so make sure you've got the calorie deficit. You can fit this in on the weekend. MyFitnessPal's a great one for tracking your calories. And your Twiggy sticks, so we're looking at more proteins in there. Twiggy sticks, cabana, yes. Deli meat, yes, it's processed. It's also been processed for umpteen 100 years. People have been eating it, and they didn't get fat from it. They just controlled it. It's real food. Your salamis, your hams. We've got some bell peppers in there as well. Great thermogenics with the peppers, by the way. And some olives in there. And then we've always got your nuts over there as well that you can get in. Things like that. Try and stay away from the heavy carbohydrates. Try and stay onto your proteins and fats a little bit more. And then after your meals for the next 16 hours after that, I mean, you know, you want to go home and get into some chips, some fish and chips and just junky food. Just try and steer away from it and try and keep it nice and clean. Veggies and meat. You know, bacon and eggs in the morning, fantastic. Get on that. Protein, fats, brilliant. And no carbohydrates in there. So those carbohydrates aren't going to store. Well, they can't be used until all this is out of your system, obviously. They're not going to store. They're going to, you know, you're going to get your protein in there for your muscle building and your protein synthesis, and your fats in there for your hormone regulation and core temperature. Basically, that's pretty much what we need to do. As I said, this is just a brief overlook on what we do, and we go into more depth with it with the 8-week challenge. So if you haven't had a look at the 8-week challenge yet, by all means, please, fitforlifenutrition.com, jump on there, click 8-week challenge, have a read of what we do. It's a lifestyle change, it's an education, as well as a quick fix. I mean, you guys have seen the results we get. The results are absolutely astronomical, they're phenomenal, and they're sustainable over a long period. The meal plans are so varied. You can pretty much have anything you want within reason. There's just a couple of rules to follow. Do yourself a favour, get over to www.fitforlifenutrition.com, have a look at the 8-week challenge. Hope you guys have taken a little bit from this. Again, we'll see you next week for another couple of tips and tricks on what to do. And have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys in the gym. If you're not a member of the gym, why the hell not? Come down and see us. Thank you. Have a great week.